A young monk came to his master one morning and bowed low. "Master," he said, "I feel lost. I do not know my worth. Am I meant for something greater, or am I just here?" The master did not speak right away. He walked to the garden and picked up a smooth stone from the ground. It was gray, unremarkable, no larger than the monk's palm. He placed it in his hand. "Take this stone," the master said. "Go into the village, show it to different people, ask them what it is worth, but do not sell it, only listen." The monk bowed and left. He walked first to the marketplace. A fruit seller was arranging oranges in neat rows. The monk approached and held out the stone. "Excuse me," the monk said, "what would you say this is worth?" The fruit seller glanced at it and shrugged. "Maybe 2 oranges. It could hold down a tarp when the wind picks up." The monk thanked him and moved on. Next he came to a potter's stall. The potter was shaping clay on a wheel. He showed him the stone. "What do you think this is worth?" he asked. The potter stopped his wheel and picked up the stone. He turned it over in his hands. "This has good weight," the potter said. "Smooth surface. I could use it to polish my work. I'd give you a bowl for it." The monk nodded and walked on. He continued through the village until he reached the shop of a jeweler. The jeweler sat behind a table covered in gold and silver. The monk placed the stone before him. "What would you value this at?" he asked. The jeweler lifted a small glass to his eye and examined the stone carefully. He was silent for a long moment. "Interesting," the jeweler said at last. "This is no ordinary stone. See these fine lines? This is a rare mineral. Polished and cut properly, it could be worth several gold coins, perhaps more." The monk thanked him and left the shop. He returned to the monastery as the sun was setting. The master was sitting beneath a tree. The monk bowed and sat across from him. "Master, I do not understand. The same stone was worth 2 oranges to one man, a bowl to another, and gold to a third. The stone never changed. So what is its true value?" The master smiled. "The stone's value was never in the stone. It was in the eyes of the one who saw it. The fruit seller saw a weight. The potter saw a tool. The jeweler saw something precious. The stone remained the same. What changed was the understanding of the one who held it." The monk sat quietly. "Then my worth is not fixed either?" "No," the master said. "Your worth depends on where you place yourself and who you allow to measure you." The stone in this story never changed, but its value shifted completely depending on where it was and who was looking at it. That's how life works for most of us too. You might feel overlooked in one place and deeply valued in another. You might be seen as ordinary by some and extraordinary by others. And the truth is, none of those opinions define what you actually are. Your value isn't something the world decides for you. It's something you recognize in yourself. If you're surrounded by people who only see you as useful for small things, that doesn't mean you're small. It just means they're not looking closely enough. Or maybe you're not in the right place yet. Sometimes the environment you're in doesn't match what you're capable of, and that's not a failure. It's just a sign that you might need to move, not because you're not enough, but because you're meant for something that fits you better. Think about where you are right now, the people around you, the work you do, the way you spend your time. Are you being seen clearly? Are you seeing yourself clearly? You don't have to prove your value to everyone. You don't have to be understood by people who aren't looking for what you offer, but you do have to know your own worth. You have to stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you matter. You already do. The fruit seller wasn't wrong. The jeweler wasn't right. They were just different. And you'll meet both kinds of people in your life. Some will see you one way, some will see you another. That's going to happen. But what matters most is this: Do you know what you're carrying? Do you know what you're made of? Because once you do, you'll stop leaving your value up to chance. You'll stop placing yourself in hands that don't recognize you. You'll start choosing environments that reflect who you actually are. Your life will change when you stop asking the world to value you and start valuing yourself enough to find where you truly belong.